Hi Year 11s, here we are again, how to use your graphics calculator, and this time it's learning how to use your graphics calculator to actually sketch a graph. Okay, so here we have this NCA question using the axis below, sketch the graph of y equals 3 to the power of x minus 1. So that's this one here. Okay, so as per normal, with anytime they ask you to sketch something, you are always encouraged to use the table and graph method, which means pick out some points. So, they give you some points down here to pick. And then substitute it into the equation and then find out what your y is. But of course, if you there is always a second option, and the second option is using your calculator. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to the main menu on your calculator, and then we're looking at this graph one this time. So you're only really going to be using these three: stats, graph, or run maths. So for on graph, we go into there and we go y. It should have up here y equals. If it doesn't, we need to press this type, so F3, and it gives us these different options. So I've seen a lot of people that have param in there instead, param equals, but we need to have y equals, so F1 to fix that. Okay, so now you can type in this equation. So y equals, so we go 3. Now this little top hat thing there means to the power of, okay? So it takes it up a level. The old calculators, so the previous generation to this, wouldn't show this on the screen. The new calculators do, but you still do it up there. Then I always want you to put brackets in, okay? So it just saves you from any problems there. X minus 1, close brackets, and then execute. Okay, and then we're going to go over here to F6 where it says draw, press draw. Now, it should come up with something like that. If your window or if your view is a little bit funny, go on F3 where it says on your actual calculator view window, so F3, and you can change these X minimums and maximums, so that's like your scale, and you can change them to what's actually on our one here. So our minimum for X is -2, and our maximum for X is 5, so we can change it to that, and then we can go down, execute, and then we can go down to the y, and our minimum for y looks like it's around about -2 or something, and our maximum looks like it's up about 30. So we can always do that as well. Or if you didn't like what's in there and you just want to take it back to standard view, this F1 here where it says init will take it back to like initial view. Okay, so let's exit out of there, press draw again. All right, so that gives us a picture like that. All right, now you'll notice that I don't have any idea what these tick mark means, and I don't know where anything is on there. So I need to find out some information first. So I'm going to press on Gsolve. Gsolve pretty much gives me any important information about the graph. So I don't have a minimum or maximum for exponentials. They just keep going and going. I don't have a root because it doesn't, in this case, pass through the x axis, but it does always pass through the y. So we can press on F4 for the y-intercept, and that should find that y-intercept for us. So in this case, our y-intercept is at 1/3. All right, so it's kind of, it looks like each of these tick marks are 1, so it's quite low down here. So we can put that in. That's our first mark there. Now, the next thing that I'm going to want to do is go Gsolve again. I'm going to go over to yCalc. So for x is equal to 1, what does y equal? So at x equals 1, y equals 1. So I can put a mark on my graph here for that one as well. So x equals 1, y equals 1. So that's that point there. All right, go Gsolve again. Go across not yCalc, Gsolve again. I'm just going to go 1 for that, execute, just for the heck of it. Gsolve across yCalc, x is equal to 2. Execute, y is equal to 3. All right, so that gives us that point there, y equals 3. Okay, Gsolve, yCalc at x is equal to 3, y is equal to 9. Okay, so that takes us up to there. Gsolve, yCalc, x is equal to 4, y is equal to 27. Okay, so we're up here, and that's probably as high as that we're going to be able to go. And for the heck of it, we should also go ahead and do x is equal to -1, just to confirm that it's getting closer and closer down here.